So I've just taken a bus from Fort William to Glencoe Visitor Centre. This is a place that I've wanted to see for a bit. It has some significant history of Scotland and some of the troubles that occurred between the different clans. So I'm looking forward to being out here, getting some of the history, and potentially doing some hiking. So just a view of Glencoe National Reserve from the Visitor Centre. They built a sod home for here. National Trust built a traditional turf home to sort of show how it is. So this was done over a year, and slowly over time it sort of kind of has natural plants kind of growing out of it. Inside the turf home. Glencoe Visitor Centre. Sort of connected paths like this one. So I'm just heading out from the Glencoe Visitor Centre on the Ammeal, the Masthead Trail, and it just takes you to the top of a peak here that gives you a bit of a view. As long as the clouds lift, I will probably say. So we just go around the corner here and we get back on another trail there. You can see a bit of a cloudy day, a little misty rain right now, but a little bit of blue sky poking through right above me, so fingers crossed. So there's some logging in the area, so they have some side paths that they're encouraging people to take as a diversion. This is one of those beautiful green forests surrounded by the tall hills of the glen. So looking forward to seeing the views hopefully when I get to the top here. So I came up via that road there, but we've got a great view of the various mountains through the glen. And this one in front of us looks like another diversion because of the forestry ahead. So this is the Coe Valley, Glencoe there between the towering hills. Obviously the tops of them in cloud today. But I will continue this way to the top of Anmore and get what my view is from up there. So I'll head out here. So I'm at the top of Anmore, or Masthead Hill, looking out over the Glencoe Valley, or Glencoe I guess. Yeah, nice big hills tower in there. The other way, if you can hear me in the wind, is the Ballachulises, so North and South Ballachulis, and the bridge that connects them. And this is part of the ocean here, kind of coming into the shore. So this is looking the other way from Anmore. I'm getting close to the end of the hike up Anmore, or the Masthead Hill, here in Glencoe National Forest. It took me about an hour and 3/4 to do this around 8K hike. It was a nice steady climb, and kind of the down was also fairly steady. It got a little bit wet underfoot just due to the rain this morning, but definitely a nice hike that I would encourage anybody to go on. Hopefully you might get better views than I had today, but really a lovely hike despite that. I have a little bit of time to kill before my bus comes, about 3 hours. So I thought I might just do this walk from the Visitor Centre here behind the trees and take this walk to Signal Rock. which is kind of a marker for the glen, a large rock that was moved during the glacial period here. And hopefully it'll give me a little bit better view of the Three Sisters and Glencoe. So just looking at the layered mountains here as I continue to walk towards Signal Rock here. View of the River Coe and the Three Sisters. On the top of Signal Rock, a number of trees were donated by Lord Strathcona around 70 years ago. And they kind of have grown to obscure the view. But apparently you used to be able to see the valley from here. So I'm just taking a walk through the Torrin woodlands. A family owned this land and donated it, including the Signal Hill, back to the National Trust of Scotland, or not back, they donated it to the National Trust of Scotland with the understanding that it would be preserved that way. When I was at the Signal Hill, you didn't have much of a view, and it's because all these trees around there were donated back in the history. There was a sign talking about Signal Hill, saying there's some mixed views as to what it was for. Some thought it was where they lit a bonfire to alert people up the glen that trouble was coming. Some thought it was just an ancient religious site with some sort of connection to the sun, and thus the signal tied a similar word for sun in Gaelic. So we're coming out into the clear space in Torrin Woods, and this great view of one of the Glencoe mountains here. So the Three Sisters is down the valley that way, and behind us is the Torrin Woods. So we've come out of the forest and we're getting this view of Glencoe. A little obscured by trees, but you can see the edges of the Three Sisters down there. Just continued on a little bit further down the Glencoe here, next to the river, and the road just on the other side. I really wanted to come and see Glencoe after reading a book about the massacre of Glencoe in 1692. The MacDonalds of Glencoe were surprised by the Campbells, who were supporting William III, and after receiving hospitality over a number of weeks, they, at the encouragement of government, slaughtered kind of the majority of the MacDonalds of Glencoe. A few were able to escape, but it was the middle of winter and obviously not the easiest time. But in part the story takes place here because this was the land where the MacDonalds ancestrally lived. So this is as far as I'm going to walk down Glencoe. This is Loch Actually